It's safe to say that rampside plane spotting can be really challenging to compete with. Today, we're going to be doing just that during Cranky Flyer's ramp visit at Los Angeles International Airport during SpotLAX 2024. This is going to be an absolute blast, and I'm super excited for this. With that being said, let's go ahead and get started, everybody. Welcome everybody to rampside plane spotting at Los Angeles International Airport. This is going to be super exciting, and I'm really stoked to see all these aircraft up close. I want to give a huge shout out to Cranky Flyer for making this a reality during his LAX ramp visit of 2024. Him organizing this really speaks volumes of who he is, and I can't thank him enough. I know you all want to see that plane spotting though, so let's just go ahead and get right into the action, everybody. We'll start right here with this beautiful Delta Airlines Boeing 737-900ER. This is a really great looking aircraft, and obviously we have some people here to go along with it, but that adds some character to what this shot's all about. I also want to say that there'll be a full video on the static displays that were there during the ramp visit, and that will include the DHL 767 and Delta Airlines Airbus A321neo. Really excited for those, and they're going to be absolutely awesome. But anyway, looking really great there with that Delta aircraft. And speaking of Delta Airbus A321neos, here's another example, and it's so cool that you can get so close up. We're at the fence now, as you can see. And you can see all the really cool foreground there with the United hangar along with the various hotels and whatnot. So really cool to see this aircraft up close, 524 Delta Echo, and get some really good shots. So definitely got some editing to do to touch up the exposure and whatnot, but hey, it definitely works. We also got a Delta 737 taking off right next to it, so that's quite nice as well. So there it is. It's 3734 Bravo, the engine model is released, so a nice coincidence there. So very glad to have the model of that exact aircraft that we're looking at right there. So blasting into the sky, looking quite nice, and once again feeling very fortunate. I got distracted in so many conversations, so I actually didn't get to do that much rampside plane spotting, but I did as much as I could with the opportunity, so that's exactly what I did. And here we have the beautiful Alaska Airlines lineup here at number 5 terminal. So you can see here quite a nice variety of aircraft, including many 737s, a couple E175s, and we even got the Air Canada 77 parking at the end of the gates as well. So it's cool to see all the Canadian flights parking here, along with Porter and WestJet, I believe, also park here too. WestJet might park on the other side, but Air Canada and Porter definitely park next to the Alaska planes, which is really cool. Here's a really nice global taking off right here. I thought that was quite nice. Or it's a Gulfstream of shorts, I'm not exactly sure, but I think it might be a Global 6000. So that's definitely a really neat catch. So feeling very fortunate to catch that one. So that's really cool as well. And then you can see Terminal 4 as we have the American Airlines offerings along, or I think this is 4, I'm pretty sure it is, with the JetBlue Airbus A321 in their latest livery. So definitely cool to see this. A bunch of Airbus action going on. That was a key observation from this rampside plane spotting session. We got into the discussion somehow about Boeing versus Airbus, and I just said that Airbus has really dominated the market here in the narrow body sector. And I think somebody brought up that Boeing didn't make an adequate replacement for the 757, and it's very true. The Airbus A321 stole all that market share, and you can see them here. There's a 737 in the middle right there, but for the most part, you're seeing all Airbuses: JetBlue, Delta, United, American. And obviously, these carriers, some of them do have some Boeing narrow bodies, but I mean, just look at how much Airbus is dominated. I bet we'll see another Airbus coming up. So, you know, Alaska obviously has a large Boeing front there, and United does have a good handful as well, but you can also see some Airbuses in there too. So, but then again, United is operating some of those older Boeing aircraft. There's a couple 757s in there. You can see some older 737s. You also have the United Dreamliners, which in the wide body sector, they have done really well. So interesting point I thought I'd bring to this video to kind of highlight what we've been spotting, and I'm sure more Airbuses are on the way. But in this particular case, Boeing's going to look out, as here's a Boeing 737 MAX 9 registered November 37536. I really like the Evo blue livery on it. I think it's quite awesome. So really cool to see it going strong here, and it's definitely looking awesome. So cool to see the United 737 MAX 9 looking great as it taxis off of runway 25 left. And here's a United Boeing 787-9. Really awesome to see this aircraft. 29887 was actually the aircraft that flew from San Francisco to Denver. So really cool to see this aircraft once again. It is a nice looking aircraft from the Star Alliance logo there, obviously, to the rest of the fuselage. So no doubt a nice looking aircraft, and really great to get the close-up action. Unfortunately, no sun, but it's okay. Hopefully next year. We know how LA is in those early morning hours, and it's on full display right here. But we did get the beacon shot, and once again made the most of this opportunity, so can't complain too much. Boeing's kind of stealing the show here, but Airbuses will be back, I'm sure. This Boeing 737-900ER is taking off for United. They are becoming older in age, though, as the days move forward, so that is noteworthy. And then we had some vehicles trying to raid the situation as well, so we got some of those. Air Canada comes in on their Boeing 737 MAX 8, so cool to see that, as they have a healthy handful of these offerings, so that's pretty cool. I think we get just a touch of sunlight here throughout the session, so that was cool. Another United Boeing 787, this one taken off. They have done really well with United and the 78, so that's really cool. And they're great looking planes, so they'll definitely speak for a very long time at the Los Angeles International Airport and other surrounding operations for United hubs. Here's the United Boeing 757-300, showing off that old metal right there, looking strong, 78866. Definitely a nice looking plane, so cool to see it, and overall it's looking quite nice. And we got this jet blue Airbus A321 looking as strong as ever, as well as it's lifting to the skies, heading out to one of their many destinations around the globe. You can also get cool tower shots, not just the hill where you can get those, you can also get them from down here. So once again, really great to get the awesome shots here, and they're looking quite nice right there. So love that new livery. We also were fortunate enough to see a beautiful Boeing 747-400 freighter, presumably for Coletta, pushing back right here to 742 Charlie Kilo, looking as nice as ever. So never going to pass up an opportunity to listen to a 747 startup right next to the ramp. So just take a look at that and how awesome it looks. A little bit of sun breaking there for United Max 8 taking off, looking really strong. Max 9, excuse me. But anyway, just take a look at that gorgeous aircraft for a moment. Really take it in. It is a really cool looking plane. So I'm very glad that we got to catch it, and it's definitely a really cool offering. There's no doubt about it. So looking really strong. And here's a DHL Boeing 777 freighter, which is rolling down the runway for takeoff, getting that sun in there as well. We love to see that. Very cool. It might be a DHL 774, but I think it's Coletta. I don't know. But anyway, here's the DHL 777 full livery 773 Charlie Kilo, lifting off right in front of us, perfectly placed, and there it goes into the sky. How cool is that? Super awesome to see that, and a huge shout out to DHL once again for generously letting us look at one of their Boeing 767s during this ramp visit. I mean, just absolutely awesome, amazing coordination. Huge thank you to LAX Airport, and making this all a reality was so cool. Cathay Cargo with the new titles, Boeing 747F. I can't believe they already got one of these painted. Let me know in the comments what you think of the new titles. It looks a little bit better in this particular example, I would argue, so that's cool. Anyway, this aircraft, Bravo Lima Tango, or India Delta rather, it looks like, is lifting off for their destination and probably heading to Hong Kong, I would presume, or Anchorage. Here's a Spirit Airbus A320neo looking quite strong as well. Really cool to see this over here on the south side. Elevation kind of messing with the shots there, but that's all right. Got a United 757-200 looking really nice. That's a great looking plane, so cool to see that. Overall, that's really nice. And then we do have some rooftop shots to take a look at from the same morning as well, because why not? I couldn't really find a better place to fit them in, so that's why we're looking at these now. United 737-800, Delta 737-900 ER. Pretty foggy, but we did get some cool catches like the Medal of Honor American A321. Always puts a smile on my face. Still can't believe I got to fly it, so feeling very fortunate there. This was a super cool catch. First time getting awesome cargo, I think. Is it just awesome cargo? Airbus A330, which is really neat. So apparently this is a cargo airline from Mexico, I think, with the X-Ray Alpha prefix, but it's got passenger windows too. So I'm not exactly sure what exactly is going on with this aircraft, but it's really cool to catch, and LAX provides this at least once or twice a year. You'll find a really neat aircraft that you weren't expecting to see. So again, feeling really fortunate to see this aircraft, and it's a really cool catch for sure. So very happy to see it. What a gorgeous looking plane. And overall, it looks really nice. So very happy to see that. Got a Latam Boeing 767-300ER coming in the land, and it was cloudy, so could get a couple better shots than what we would if it was sunny, so that's cool. Alaska SkyWest ERJ-175. We got this Delta Connection ERJ-175. We're going to see plenty of those. Eva Air coming in on their first flight of the day on the Boeing 777-300ER. You may have remembered in the rooftop Friday night spotting here at LAX, we got the after evening arrival, so here's the morning one. So they definitely fly it multiple times a day. Nippon Cargo Boeing 747-8 freighter. This is always a really fun catch to get anytime you get a 747F. It's great. So sorry about the exposure. I'm gonna have to work on that going forward. But anyway, here's a Southwest 737-800. We're gonna see plenty of those, so great to get another one in there. I flew them in there, and their concourse is pretty solid, so can't complain on that. There's the Cathay Cargo we saw take off. Here it is landing, so you can see how long that took. But anyway, there it is, 747-400 freighter. Pretty cool to get on the south side there. And there it is, touching down on runway 25 right. So very nice. 25 left, probably actually, excuse me. We have the Spirit scratched out titles, Airbus A320 with Shotcuts. Always fun to catch these different hybrid liveries, and I think Spirit's livery is pretty cool. So definitely a fan of this. This is really nice. We got a Delta 767-400ER. There's not too many of these at LAX, so definitely catch them when they're around. That's a fun catch. Delta Airbus A321. You will see several of these though, so not as much pressing, thought there on that one. We do have an Alaska Max 9 there going strong. That one, American Airlines Airbus A319. Just a few of these at LAX, so cool to get that one. Here's the FedEx MD-11 freighter. Always a treat to see a tri-holder take off. Love the MD-11, so that was another fun one right there. Got a Delta 737-800, looking very nice. It's 3769 Lima, so very nice to see that. That's really cool. Hawaiian Airbus A330-200, looking quite nice as well. And we got the Delta Airlines Airbus A350 go with it, so getting a nice look at these heavies taking off over for where they're going. I think they're both going west probably, so very cool to see that. Excited for the Hawaiian 787 to be more present at LAX, and then Delta A350s already have a pretty good run at it, so that's definitely nice. So cool to see on the north side. Frontier making their presence known. I talked about this in the last video, but it's really cool to see them really making their market share here at LAX. They're really ramping it up, flying just 6 cities, but multiple times a day for all of them. I'm sure they're going to add new routes in the future. Here's the Parrot looking really great. Some sort of bird. I thought it was no, this isn't the Parrot. They have a color that's like that for a Parrot that's green, but this is a different sort of bird, which looks pretty cool. So that's nice. Here we have the Zip Air Boeing 787. This is always a fun catch. The low-cost carrier from Asia, looking strong. And yeah, while it's a basic livery, the tail in the font of the titles does give it some character. So there it is, Juliet Alpha 824 Juliet. I'm eager to see what they'll do in the future. I'm eager to see what it's going to be all about, but they definitely are serving that Japan market well, so it'll be interesting to see what happens moving into the future with Zip Air. Also, a really good shot here of the Atlantic ramp, where we have a variety of aircraft, including the Air Canada Jets A320, so that was definitely not one I would have expected next to all those Gulfstreams and Globals, but it's super cool, and anybody that has money is on that ramp right now, so we can definitely confirm that, so that's cool. So looking very nice for that. There's a better shot of the Air Canada right there as well. And you can also see the gray 737 on the ramp up there as well in the shot. The United 737-300 still is the show though for this particular frame. So cool to see it. The 737-300 is an awesome airplane. So very happy to see it going strong, and that's really cool. So very nice to see that one right there. And we have that 737 I was talking about, another really cool one. It's SpaceX 737. That's what it is. I knew somebody was talking about that. So SpaceX 737, it's a really cool plane. So eager to see how they'll use it in the future, but glad they have a nice 737. We got Air Premia's Boeing 787-9 looking strong here. They've been a nice focal point here at LAX lately, so glad to catch another one of their offerings right there. And that takes us right back to the ramp there. I did it in backwards order because obviously the ramp was a little bit funner first with the United 737. So I really hope you all enjoyed this Los Angeles spot, and the ramp was super cool. Let me go back to one of those shots. But yeah, really awesome to get to catch all these aircraft, and I'm feeling very fortunate to get the opportunity to check out the ramp, and definitely get ready for that ramp visit video where we'll check out the static displays. But yeah, this was super fun and undoubtedly amazing effort from Cranky Flyer himself, so thank you so much for organizing this, and we had a wonderful time, and I'm super excited for next year. I'm really eager to see what it's all about, but still can't believe over 300 people attended this particular showing, and it's going to be fun to see what happens moving into the future. So safe to say we have a bunch of really exciting movements ahead, and I hope each and every one of you are excited for them. With that being said, that'll do for today's video, everybody. Thank you all so much for watching. I want to thank each and every one of you for watching. My name is Redriveraviation. Take it easy, everybody. Stay safe. Just process the love you do. My name is Redriveraviation. I want to thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all soon as Redriveraviation is signing off.